before we begin, if you want to see music bios or more good videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Also, I've started a Patreon account. On here you get more copyrighted material and they'll be uploaded 48 hours prior to YouTube. If you want to support or visit, link is in the description. And without further ado, on to our feature presentation. Welcome back, everyone. Today is the day we do our 2025 Grammy Award predictions. There have been some headlines heading into this Grammy season like, will Beyonce add to her Grammy wins? Will she win properly in country? Will she finally win Album of the Year? Or how about, will a diss record receive a major award? Will Billie Eilish add onto her resume? Can Taylor Swift become the first back-to-back winner since Frank Sinatra? Or how will the pop girly competition will look? And normally I would go on a long introduction rant, but given that last year's video was about 40 minutes long, I'm going to try my honest and sincere best to keep this under 40 minutes. But if it doesn't, y'all understand, because sometimes I have thoughts. But I'll say it before and I'll say it again. Everyone likes to do their predictions in November as soon as the nominees come out. Not me. I want to sit and dwell on the nominees and listen to songs that I haven't heard of and wait to near showtime to give my predictions. So, with that in mind, the show will take place on February 2nd, 2025. And surprisingly, a host have not been announced yet. Interesting. But without further ado, let's begin these predictions. And we're going to start off with the pop categories. Best Pop Solo Performance. The nominees are Beyonce for Bodyguard, Sabrina Carpenter for Espresso, Charli XCX, Apple, Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather, Chappell, Roan, Good Luck Babe. And this is an all-female category, and deservingly so. But let me just say, I'm very surprised to see Beyonce's Bodyguard here, making it over We Can't Be Friends by Ariana Grande. And I'm also surprised to see Apple here, making it over any song Taylor Swift had from the Torture Poets department. I thought Charli was going to be represented in the dance categories more than she would in the actual pop categories. That is a big surprise for me. So my pick for the winner is going to come down to Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish and Good Luck Babe by Chappell Roan. And I'm basing this off of the performance of the song. And I'm not going to lie, it's very dead even between those two songs. And yes, Sabrina Carpenter Espresso is probably the most popular of the entire category. I do not. The performance was just okay compared to these two. Because I'm factoring the vocals, I'm factoring the production, I'm even factoring the effort. So, with that in mind, if I had to choose between Billie and Chappell, man, this is a tough. We're already off the bat with a very tough prediction. I'm going to give the slightest of edges to Chappell Roan's Good Luck Babe. And I'm not going to lie, it's going to be super duper close. I won't be surprised if this category ends in a tie. But I think Chappell does have a slightly better vocal performance in this song, and it had more pop elements aesthetics than Birds of a Feather, which is also one of my favorite songs from last year. So, best pop solo performance, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Chappell Roan, Good Luck Babe, in a very, very close bout. Now we got Best Pop Duo Group Performance. Nominees are Gracie Abrams featuring Taylor Swift, Us, Beyonce featuring Post Malone, Levi's Jeans, Charli XCX featuring Billie Eilish, Guest Remix, Ariana Grande featuring Brandy and Monica, The Boy Is Mine Remix, and Lady Gaga featuring Bruno Mars, Die With A Smile. And again, another Charli XCX surprise. I thought Guest was going to be represented in the Best Dance Pop Recording category, which I'm talking about next. Also, Fortnite's not on here. It's very odd. I guess they're gonna go with the Taylor collabs and the Post Malone collabs with for Gracie and Beyonce respectively. But let's be real. This category is gonna be between two songs, and that is the guest remix and Die with a Smile. In my prediction, I'm gonna go with Die with a Smile to win. I think this is a runaway favorite. Cause Bruno Mars, he's on a very high winning streak with the Grammys. And I do expect, and given that this song is currently number one right now at the making of this video, and it has a lot of momentum ahead, I'm it's hard for me to go against a song like that. Even though the guest remix is very, very good as well. But I'm just gonna still stick with Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars for this one. Best Dance Pop Recording. Nominees are Madison Beer for Make You Mine, Charli XCX, Von Dutch, Billie Eilish, L'amour de ma vie, Over Now Extended Edit, Ariana Grande, Yes and Troye Sivan, Got Me Started. And again, I'm not that familiar with all of these songs, even though I did take the time to listen to every single one of them. Don't have much to say about any of them really. But given that Charli XCX had a great season with a Brat Girl Summer, I think she's going to run away with this category. I think we're almost in agreement that Von Dutch by Charli XCX is going to win. It wasn't my favorite on that album. I have listened to it. It's not an Apple, but this song does hold up on its own. I'm going to go with Von Dutch for the win. And lastly, from the pop categories, we got Best Pop Vocal Album. Nominees are Sabrina Carpenter, Short and Sweet, Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Ariana Grande, Eternal Sunshine, Chappell Roan, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, and Taylor Swift, The Tired Poets Department. And this category, when I did my nomination predictions back in October last year, I've gotten every single album correct. All of these albums made it. And also, that's now two categories that is all female represented. But again, deservingly so, because there weren't that many male pop albums that would have taken the place of any of these. And this one is another one of these. For me, it's between Hit Me Hard and Soft and the Tortured Poets Department. And I know a lot of people's opinions on the Tortured Poets Department has been mixed. And for me, I actually did sit down and listen to Hit Me Hard and Soft, and that album's pretty good. I feel like Billie is progressing. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give Billie the win in this one. I got Hit Me Hard and Soft to win Best Pop Vocal Album here. But I think this Grammy is going to show me what's going to win out. Will the quality of the music win out, or will the quantity or stats and all that will win out? That's something I'm going to have to keep my eye on heading into this Grammy season. And the next category we're going to do is the R&B categories. And let me just say, I've been watching several prediction videos leading up to my own, and I'm kind of disappointed that not a lot of YouTubers are even focusing on R&B this year. Kind of a shame. Best R&B Performance. The nominees are Jhené Aiko for Guidance, Chris Brown Residuals, Coco Jones Here I Go Uh-Oh, Money Long Made for Me Live on BET, and SZA Saturn. And I'm going to factor in the performance element in this one. Because I remember last year I chose Kill Bill only to see ICU by Coco Jones winning it. I guess they're really focusing on the vocals. And with that being said, I'm not going to pick Saturn to win this one. I'm actually not. I'm actually going to give it to a real performance. I'm going to go with Money Long to win for Made for Me live on BET. And I do want to talk about the history of this song, because this song almost not got nominated. I remember reading an article saying that this song wasn't eligible because Money Long has already submitted it last year, didn't get nominated. She had to submit another version of the song to get it nominated, and thus she had to go with the live on BET version to get in. And Babe for me is one of the best R&B songs of last year. I'm gonna give it the win here. Best traditional R&B performance. Nominees are Marsha Ambrosius for Wet, Kenyon Dixon, Can I Have This Groove, Layla Hathaway featuring Michael McDonald for No Lie, Money Long, Make Me Forget, and Lucky Day, That's You. I know a lot of you are not familiar with any of these songs, but but I did sat down and listen to every single one of these. I bet only one I bet everyone the one that everyone has heard of is probably Make Me Forget, which is the favorite to win. But when I sat down and listened to that Lucky Day song, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. I'm gonna go with, you know what? I'm going with that for the win. That's You by Lucky Day will win traditional R&B performance. Best R&B song. Nominees are At the Hours by Giovanna Fraser, Alex Goldblatt, Kalani Parrish, Chris Raddick Tynes, and Daniel Upchurch. Burning by Ronald Banfield and Timolade Opinyi. Here I Go Uh-Oh by Sarah Diamond, Sidney Ford, Marcella Jackson, Courtney Jones, Carl McCormick, and Kevin Wotton. We have Ruined Me by Jeff Gittleman, Priscilla Renee, and Kevin Theodore. And Saturn by Rod Bazell, Carter Lang, Selena Rowe, Jarrett Solomon, and Scott Zhang. And yes, I decided to mention all the songwriters here, and it took a lot of rehearsing to get all these names right. And let me also say, that's now three categories that's all female this year. And all these songs are solid. I don't have nothing negative to say about any one of these songs. But as for a winner, I'm looking at the basically this one's gonna be based on the songwriting itself. I think this might be a similar case of what happened last year, where SZA did not win Best R&B Performance, but she'll probably win Best R&B Song. I think she's gonna, I think she's gonna repeat and win for Saturn. Again, one of my favorite songs of last year, and another top R&B song of last year. And based on the lyrics being about how life could be better on Saturn with all the toxicity happening on Earth, that's a nice, clever touch to it. I'm gonna roll with Saturn by SZA to win. Now we have Best Progressive R&B Album, and once again, I'm still stuck on what does progressive means in R&B. But the nominees are Avery Sunshine for So Glad to Know You, Duran Bernard for En Route, Childish Gambino, Brando Stone, and the New World, Kalani for Crash, and No Worries, Why Lord. And if you don't know, No Worries is Knowledge and Anderson .Paak. And a lot of people are pretty familiar with Kalani and Childish Gambino, but for me, even though I have not listened to this album at length, I'm pretty confident to say No Worries is going to win this category for Why Lord. And Best R&B Album. Nominees are Chris Brown, 1111 Deluxe Edition, Layla Hathaway for Vanta Black, Money Long, Revenge, Lucky Day, Algorithm, and Usher, Coming Home. And I'm surprised this is the only reference we have of Usher this year, given his 2023-2024 resurgence. But this category, it's okay. I would not nominate the deluxe edition for Chris Brown's album because, again, it's a deluxe edition. But as for a winner, I'm actually stuck between Money Long's Revenge and Lucky Day's Algorithm. But based on the reception I've seen from Algorithm, I'm going to roll with that, get the slight win over Money Long's Revenge. I will not be surprised if Money Long takes this category, but I'm going to go with Lucky Day's Algorithm to win. Next we have is the country categories. And I know this year's country categories are going to be very, very interesting. Best Country Solo Performance. Nominees are Beyonce for 16 Carriages, Jelly Roll, I Am Not Okay, Casey Musgraves, The Architect, Shaboozey, A Bar Song Tipsy, and Chris Stapleton, It Takes a Woman. Now, this category traditionally has leaned towards Chris Stapleton heavily. I think he won like the last 2 years. One for, I think he won for Starting Over in 2023, and last year he won for White Horse, which is an amazing song. But Beyonce is now representative, and this is where the conversation of black people in country will take place. But I'm sorry, I cannot pick 16 Carriages to win. I mean, I know it's a favorite amongst some of her Beehive, but it was when I listened to the Cowboy Carter album, it was not a favorite amongst me. It happens. Jelly Roll's I Am Not Okay is another good song, but it's playing on more Christian pandering and sympathy than anything. And that basically leaves me with me to pick. I know this is going to sound a bit cheesy and chintzy, but I'm going to go with the bar song Tipsy to win this one. What can I say? It's one of the biggest songs of last year of any genre. Number one for 19 weeks, which tied Little Nas X. And even in that right there, and yeah, a bar song Tipsy is a really good song. And I'm surprised I haven't gotten tired of it. So, for best country solo performance, I'm going to roll with the bar song Tipsy to win. Best country duo group performance. Nominees are Kelsey Ballerini featuring Noah Kahan for Cowboys Cry 2, Beyonce featuring Miley Cyrus, Two Most Wanted, Brother Osborne, Break Mine, Danish Shay, Bigger Houses, and Post Malone featuring Morgan Wallen, I Had Some Help. Now, the popular pick would be I Had Some Help by Post Malone featuring Morgan Wallen, but I know for a fact that's not going to win because the Grammys and Morgan Wallen, they don't really get along. The Grammy and Post Malone, they don't really get along. And for me, I actually do think there's a runaway winner in this one. And while I did not go with Beyonce in the last category, I'm going to go with her in this one because Two Most Wanted is a fantastic song. Another song that's been one of my favorites of last year. The vocal chemistry between Miley Cyrus and Beyonce, great. And it's the most I ever liked a Miley Cyrus song. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Two Most Wanted by Beyonce and Miley to win this one. Best Country Song. Here we go again. We have The Architect for Shane McNally, Casey Musgraves, and Josh Osborne. We have A Bar Song Tipsy by Sean Cook, Jarrell Jones, Joe Kent, Chaboozey Collins Obina, Nevin Sastry, Mark Williams. I Am Not Okay by Casey Brown, Jason DeFord, Ashley Gorley, and Taylor Phillips. I Had Some Help by Louis Bell, Ashley Gorley again, Hoskins, Austin Port, Ernest Smith, Ryan Voigtstack, Morgan Wallen, and Chandler Pauls Walters, and Texas Hold'em by Brian Bates, Beyonce, Elizabeth Lowell Bolin, Megan Bulow, Nate Ferraro, and Raphael Sadiq. And for Best Country Song, again, the songwriting is going to take place here. And a lot of these songs, three of these songs are, I hate to say it, are kind of goofy. And that is Bar Song Tipsy, I Had Some Help, and even Texas Hold'em in a way is kind of goofy. But I'm going to base this on what I saw from Song of the Year. Because two of these songs did get nominated, which basically helps their chances. And for Best Country Song, I'm going to roll with Texas Hold'em to win this category. And again, it's a good song from Beyonce. I would say, yeah, it's one of my favorites from that album too. And it's based as the song is basically a Texas hoedown. I just wish she had more commercial success with her Cowboy Carter era. But I am gonna go with Texas Hold'em to win. And this is where the big test for Beyonce will come in. With Best Country Album, nominees are Beyonce Cowboy Carter, Post Malone F1 Trillion, Casey Musgraves Deeper Well, Chris Stapleton higher, and Lainey Wilson whirlwind. And let me acknowledge Lainey Wilson as she is the defending champion of this category as she won last year for Bell Bottom Country. I honestly did not see that coming. But in this one, it's gonna be what I'm gonna say it's gonna be unpopular. I'm not gonna pick Cowboy Carter to win. And the reason why I'm not picking Cowboy Carter to win this category is because what Beyonce said about the album. She said it's not a country album. It's a Beyonce album. And I think that hurts her chances for me. Which means I'm gonna go with Higher by Chris Stapleton to win. Cause while it's pretty much Chris Stapleton, it had a lot of good bops like I said, White Horse, Think I'm in Love with You, It Takes a Woman, so on and so forth. So I'm gonna go with Chris Stapleton higher to win. And let me also say for Best Americana Performance, even though I don't have a slide for that, I am picking Beyonce to win for Yaya. And now we're on to the rap categories. And this year's rap categories aren't really that strong. Let me be honest. Best Rap Performance. Nominees are Cardi B, Enough Miami, Common and Pete Rock featuring Post Dunos, hope I said that right, for When the Sun Shines Again, doechii for Nissan Altima, Eminem Houdini, Future and Metro Boomin featuring Kendrick Lamar, Like That, Glorilla, Yeah Glow, and Kendrick, Not Like Us. Wow, 7 nominees, which means the Grammys had a tough time deciding on what to leave off. So they decided to nominate a bunch. And I remember looking at the nominees back in November when they came out. It was only 6 because Not Like Us was initially not on it. But I think the Grammys made a minor mistake and I decided to add it on anyway because of its cultural impact. Alright, with that being said, we all know Kendrick is going to be the favorite to win. But I'm actually going to go against Not Like Us. I'm going to go with the other Kendrick Lamar song to win for Like That. I think vocally he had a more intense performance and he chose violence in that song. And even though I was not thoroughly impressed with Future in this song, yeah, I think Kendrick does I think Kendrick does just enough to put this over the top. So I'm gonna go with Like That to win Best Rap Performance, although it's pretty much likely gonna go to Not Like Us. Just keep that in mind. Best Melodic Rap Performance. Nominees are Jordan Adetunji featuring Kalani for the Kalani remix, Beyonce featuring Linda Martell and shaboozey for Spaghetti, Future and Metro Boomin featuring The Weeknd for We Still Don't Trust You, Lotto, Big Mama, and Rap City featuring Erykah Badu for 3 a.m. And I'm kind of lukewarm on this category this year. Very surprised not that I did not see Doja Cat for Agora Hills or Flo Milli Never Lose Me. I thought those were going to be shoe-ins. So yeah, I'm actually torn between 2 songs again. And that's for Spaghetti and We Still Don't Trust You. And the only reason I want to, and part of me really want to pick Spaghetti to win because I want to see Linda Martell get a Grammy. She's, I think she's the queen of African American country, and that will be very significant for her. But I remember being very lukewarm on that song as a whole. So that being said, I'm gonna have to, which means I've kind of forced myself to pick Future, Metro Boomin in The Weeknd for We Still Don't Trust You. I mean, it's song's very basic for me, and yeah, I'm about to move on because I'm not really feeling this melodic rap category this year. Best Rap Song. Nominees are Asteroids by Marlana Evans, Carnival by Jordan Carter, Raul Cubina, Grant Dickerson, Samuel Lindley, Nasir Pimbleton, Dimitri Rogers, Ty Dolla $ign, Kanye West, and Mark Carl Stilinski Williams. We have Like That by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, Kobe by Kobe Hood, Leland Wayne, and Nevadius Wilburn, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, and Yeah Glow by Ronnie Jackson, Jaquez Lowe, Tiffany McKibbins, Kevin Andre Prochet, Julius Rivera III, and Gloria Hallelujah Woods. Yeah, that's a mouthful. Best rap song, and let me just say this. I do not understand why Carnival is nominated in this category when that is one of the worst songs of last year. It's one of the worst. In fact, that I gave it a 0 on my worst list, and it goes to show you that they're going to enable Kanye West enablement any chance they got. But with that being said, best rap song. I think there is a sure winner. Am gonna go Not Like Us this time. A song in dissing Drake, and it will be very, very significant if this wins because a diss record winning a Grammy, it's gonna it's gonna be very historic in the rap world. Gotta say it. And way things looking at it right now, yeah, it's looking like another 40-minute video. I still got a lot more categories to predict. And Best Rap Album. Nominees are J. Cole for Might Delete Later, Common and Pete Rock, The Auditorium Volume 1, doechii for Alligator Bites Never Heal, Eminem, The Death of Slim Shady, Coup de Grace, and Future and Metro Boomin, We Don't Trust You. And really, this is what we got. I'm surprised to see Megan Thee Stallion not get nominated at all. I felt like Megan would have been a perfect fit here because this is easily her best album to date. And for its many faults, I'm surprised Pink Friday 2 is not on here. And let me also mention 21 Savage's American Dream getting snubbed as well. But instead, we get Might Delete Later by J. Cole. Didn't he diss the Grammys on one of the songs on that project? So for that reason, I can't even pick that to be the winner. But yeah, I'm very, very, very underwhelmed with this category. And I'm stuck between Future and Metro and doechii. Because I'm not picking Eminem Death of Slim Shady album. I didn't really like it. But you know what? I'm going to go. This is going to be a very shocking pick. And this album has slowly gained momentum into 2025. And if this album wins the Grammy, oh boy, it's going to blow up doechii to another level. I'm going to go with Alligator Bites Never Heal by doechii. I hope she wins because 2025 is already off to a great start for her. Now I want to do is the other categories that it's like various categories in different parts of the ballot, and I want to talk about. There's a few categories that I do want to talk about. So here's the other section. We have Best African Music Performance. Nominees are Yemi Alade for Tomorrow, Asake and Wizkid for MMS, Chris Brown featuring Davido and Lil J for Sensational, Burna Boy, Higher, and Tim's Love Me JJ. And again, I hope I said all that correctly. If I didn't, my apologies. So, for Best African Performance, I'm not picking Chris Brown to win because I know the Grammys don't really like Chris Brown. Yes, they have awarded him since that incident. That's been a long and over tiring excuse. But I think they have starting to distance themselves from Chris Brown, which means I'm actually gonna roll with "Love Me Jeji" by Tems to win this one. Tems is already a Grammy winner. She won, I think she won 2 years ago with Future and Drake. And yeah, "Love Me Jeji" is a really good song. Best compilation soundtrack for visual media. Nominees are The Color Purple, Deadpool and Wolverine, Maestro Music, Saltburn, and Twisters the album. And I'm gonna keep this one very brief because again, I have not seen none of these movies. Now, yes, that includes The Color Purple. And let me also say that I know what I'll save it for when we talk about the song, the next category. But I'm gonna go with Deadpool and Wolverine because that song had Bye Bye Bye, the Instinct's best song and their best song, their signature song, and it gave them a revival. So I gotta go with Deadpool and Wolverine for that. And speaking of NSYNC, best song written for visual media. Nominees are Ain't No Love in Oklahoma for Jesse Alexander, Luke Combs, and Jonathan Singleton. Better Place by Amy Allen, Shellback, and Justin Timberlake. Can't Catch Me Now by Dan Nigro and Olivia Rodrigo. It Never Went Away by John Batiste and Dan Wilson. And Love Will Survive by Walter Affenchef, Charlie Midnight, Cara Talve, and Hans Zimmer. Let me just say, I'm very surprised not to see Risk It All by her and Usher not nominated, given that her is indeed a Grammy darling. I'm just surprised she's not on here. Hell, she's not even on the ballot at all. But as for a winner in this one, as much as I love Can't Catch Me Now by Olivia Rodrigo, and I'm even find Ain't No Love in Oklahoma tolerable for me, I don't think either one of those two songs going to win. This might be the year John Batiste will return to being the Grammy darling that we all once know. I'm going to go with It Never Went Away by John Batiste to win. Best Music Video. Nominees are ASAP Rocky for Taylor Swift, Charli XCX 360, Eminem Houdini, Kendrick Lamar Not Like Us, and Taylor Swift featuring Post Malone for Fortnite. And honestly, I honestly don't know who to pick in this one. I've seen all these videos before, and I mean, I just watched ASAP Rocky video for the first time like a week ago, and I kind of get why it's nominated. A lot of rap heads said this video is just awesome. But for me, I'm torn between Not Like Us and Fortnite by Taylor Swift. And, oh boy, this is a tough one to predict. Part of me want to pick Not Like Us. My heart really wants to pick Not Like Us. But something's telling me that Fortnite will be the only thing, spoiler alert, Taylor Swift will win at this year's Grammys. If there's a category, because I did make a prediction on my X account saying that Taylor might get shut out this year. There is a chance that that might happen, but I did also said that Fortnite might be the only thing, music video that might win for. So I'm gonna go with Fortnite to win, but my heart is gonna be rooting for Not Like Us to win. And last but not least, Best Music Film. We have John Batiste for American Symphony, June Carter Cast for June, Run DMC Kings and Queens, Steve Van Zandt for Stevie Van Zandt Disciple, and The Greatest Night in Pop. And let me just say, rest in peace to June Carter Cash. And sadly, I've only seen none of these this year. Oh, I didn't even see The Greatest Night in Pop. Because I saw a documentary that was very, very similar to it that came out like a year or two ago. So I felt like I did not have a need to watch it, knowing because I know what's going to happen. But I'm going to be to keep this one very relatively brief. It's between John Baptiste's American Symphony and The Greatest Night in Pop, and they're both from Netflix, by the way. I'm gonna go with, and given that I already predicted John Batiste to win Best Song Written for Visual Media, I think he's gonna come out and win this one as well. And now we're on to the big stuff, the general categories. But first, we got to deal with Producer of the Year, non-classical. Nominees are Alicia, Dearness DeMille Emile II, Ian Fitchcock, DJ Mustard, and Dan Nigro. Now let me go through some of the works that these artists have been through. We have Alicia, she worked with BJ the Chicago Kid. DeMille, he worked with Lucky Day, Usher, and he was a big songwriter for Die With a Smile. More on that song in a bit. Ian Fitchcutt, we had Beyonce and Casey Musgraves. For Mustard, we all know what he would contribute to, and his own album, of course. And for Dan Nigro, he wrote works for Chappell, Roan, and Olivia Rodrigo. And for this one, I think this one might be cut and dry this year. I'm going with Dan Nigro to win, because and it's basically off building off of the year Chappell and Olivia, well, mostly Chappell Roan has had. So I'm gonna go with Dan Nigro. Now we have Songwriter of the Year, non-classical. Nominees are Jesse Alexander, Amy Allen, Edgar Barea, Jesse Joe Dillon, and Ray. And let me go through some of the works that they've contributed. We have Jesse Alexander. She was a big songwriter for Ain't No Love in Oklahoma, and she wrote several Megan Maroney works. We have Amy Allen. She's a writer for Sabrina Carpenter, Cole Wetzel, Olivia Rodrigo. Edgar Barea, who was the only repeat nominee from last year to this year, Carol G. Jesse Joe Dillon. She wrote for Megan Maroney, Post Malone, and Morgan Wallen. And Ray wrote Riverdance, and she wrote some works for Halle. And this one is another one of those cut and dries. I'm once again gonna go. I'm actually gonna go with Amy Allen to win. She's the right. I think she wrote. She wrote Please Please Please, and she wrote Better Place, which I mentioned earlier in this video. So I'm gonna go with Amy Allen. Best New Artist. Nominees are Benson Boone, Sabrina Carpenter, doechii, Khruangbin, Ray, Chappell Roan, shaboozey, Teddy Swims. Hope I said Khruangbin right. Hope I said that band's name right. And once again, Grammys are still struggling to figure out what does quote new mean. Because last year, if I recall, I remember putting doechii and Ray in my best new artist for my last year's prediction video, only for them to get nominated this year. They're 1 year overdue on that. But the rest of the nominees, I'm not that surprised that they're here. Not surprised to see Benson Boone. Not surprised to see Chappell Roan. Not surprised to see shaboozey, Teddy Swims, or even Sabrina Carpenter. But let's be real. This category is a two-horse race between Sabrina and Chappell Roan. And there's a case for both. But, and even though, for my winner pick, even though she said she does not want to win this category, I'm still going to pick Chappell Roan to win. Because the year she had, her breaking out of seemingly nowhere was one of the big storylines of last year. And I think because Sabrina Carpenter has been releasing works since 2015, I think that does hurt her chances a bit. Oh, Chappell Roan has been releasing her work since 2017. But I am going to still stick with Chappell Roan to win. And that award will be presented by last year's winner, Victoria Monet. Songwriter of the Year, a Songwriters Award. Nominees are A Bar Song Tipsy by Sean Cook, Joe Kent, Chibuzi Collins Obina, Nevin Sastry, and Mark Williams. Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish O'Connell and Phineas O'Connell. Die with a Smile by Dearness Emile II, James Fauntleroy, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, Andrew Watt. Fortnight by Jack Antonoff, Austin Port, and Taylor Swift. Good Luck Babe by Kaylee Rose Stutz. Apologies for that. Dan Nigro and Justin Tranter. Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Please 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 by Amy Allen, Jack Antonoff, and Sabrina Carpenter. And Texas Hold'em by Brian Bates, Beyonce, Elizabeth Lowen Bolin, Megan Bulow, Nate Ferraro, and Raphael Sadiq. So, looking at the song, and once again, for those of you who don't know, the difference between Record of the Year and Song of the Year, this is based on the lyrics and songwriting, not the overall production and performance of said song. And with this one, honestly, I could see this category going in any direction. But, so let me use process of elimination. I do not see Please 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 winning it. I'm sorry, Sabrina Carpenter fans. I don't think she's going to win this one. I don't see Fortnight by Taylor Swift winning this one either. And I don't see A Bar Song Tipsy by shaboozey winning this one. Which means it's down between Birds of a Feather, Good Luck Babe, Not Like Us, Texas Hold'em, and Die with a Smile. And the reason why I did not eliminate Die with a Smile is because, well, again, Bruno Mars is on a winning streak with the Grammys. I actually do think that winning streak will come to an end here. So, as for a winner, this is a tough one to pick. And I also don't think Not Like Us is going to win this one because it's a diss record. And I think it's, even though I gave it Rap Song, I can't give it Song of the Year because of its diss record tendencies. So yeah, now we're down to just three. And I'm actually going to go with Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish to win this one. I like the lyrics in this one. And given that I already gave Chappell Roan Good Luck Babe best pop solo performance, I'm gonna shake things up a bit for this one. Even though, and yes, Billie Eilish has won this category last year for What Was I Made For from the Barbie soundtrack. Another good song. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Birds of a Feather to win. Record of the year. This is about this. I think this one's about the overall performance of the song of their song. Nominees are The Beatles, Now and Then, Beyonce, Texas Hold'em, Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather, Chappell Roan, Good Luck Babe, Charli XCX, 360, Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, Sabrina Carpenter, Espresso, and Taylor Swift featuring Post Malone for Fortnite. Kind of surprised to see again Charli XCX. I'm surprised that she's here yet again. Not complaining. And I'm also surprised that the Beatles are nominated here as well. Even though if I kind of called it that they'll make their presence felt in this year's Grammys. Yeah, but for Record of the Year, I've seen a lot of popular picks. The popular pick will be Espresso because of it. It was like a song of the summer. So it was Not Like Us, but I don't know. Even though that song is cool, I'm not ready to. I didn't really fully embrace it like most people did. So, yeah, I'm kind of stuck on this. This is another category I'm kind of stuck. And I'm not giving Fortnite a win either. Because what I learned from last year's Grammys, Taylor Swift struggles in the general categories. That's not Album of the Year. And we'll talk about that one last. So, Record of the Year. This is another tough one. I'm kind of between Texas Hold'em, Birds of a Feather, Good Luck Babe, and even Not Like Us. I don't think 360 is going to win this one either. So, yeah, I'm struggling with this one. You know what? I'm going to go with my heart and have a little fun with this one. I'm going to pick Not Like Us to win because it was a cultural phenomenon. The Kendrick and Drake beef that happened in the spring of 2024 shifted rap music. It had everyone talking for like at least 2 months. And how Kendrick, and this was basically Kendrick's victory lap. I know it's pretty surprising that this will probably be the first rap out, and if this win, this could be the first rap song to win Record of the Year since This Is America by Childish Gambino. So I think there's just enough weight for Not Like Us to win. And last but not least, the big category of the night, Album of the Year. Nominees are Andre 3000 for New Blue Sun, Beyonce, Cowboy Carter, Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Chappell Roan, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, Charli XCX, Brat, Jacob Collier, doechii Volume 4, Sabrina Carpenter, Short and Sweet, and Taylor Swift, The Tired Poets Department. And before I begin, I want to talk about what I saw from other prediction videos. A lot of people pretty much tore down Andre 3000 and Jacob Collier. And yes, they are the outliers here, but come on. Andre 3000's album, which I did listen to, I really liked it for being an instrumental piece. I think it deserves this spot for album of the year. And I know the Grammys did not want to make this an all-female category. I know the Grammys. So with that being said, the biggest story headlines, there is two big story headlines heading into album of the year. First one is with Beyonce. Can she finally win one in this category? And for Taylor Swift, can she become the first back-to-back artist since Frank Sinatra to win album of the year? Because Frank Sinatra won it back in 66 and 67, if I'm correct. And even guts me to say this, but given Beyonce's not good history with the album of the year category, I gotta lower my expectations. I don't think this is going to win. I'm sorry. Cowboy Carter is not going to win. Go ahead, throw your tomatoes at me. I don't think it's going to win. And for Torture Poets Department, I also think I'm also kind of confident that that's not going to win either. Because I remember reading an article, well, reading from Gold Derby, which no one should take Gold Derby seriously, that I remember this album started off as the favorite to win Album of the Year. Hell, when Taylor Swift announced this album a full year ago, everyone put that album as next year's winner, and that ain't even came out yet. It's actually, for me, it's actually between Hit Me Hard or Soft and Brat. Actually, yes. I think Brat has a great shot to win this Album of the Year category, but I'm actually am gonna for the winner. I'm actually am gonna go with the Gold Derby favorite, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick "Hit Me Hard and Soft" by Billie Eilish to win Album of the Year at the Grammys. But I will not be surprised. I think this is anyone's game at this point. But part of me do want to see New Blue Sun to win. I want to see everyone freak out. That would be chaos if Andre 3000 wins Album of the Year. It will be his second win, so that would be kind of historic. And we're also due for an obscure Album of the Year winner. But with that note, I'm going to wrap up the Grammy. This wraps up the 2025 Grammy nominations prediction. Well, let me rephrase that. This wraps up the 2025 Grammy predictions video. And as I felt my goal on trying to keep this under 40 minutes, it's now over 45 minutes long. I do apologize if this video is very, very long-winded. I try to keep it short, but my thoughts just got the best of me. Gotta say it. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Who do you think is going to win at the Grammys this year? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.